One tap and your payment is done. It's so fast that you can't even imagine the thousands of things happening behind the scenes. I go to Starbucks every morning. I simply tap my card on the POS machine and I get my dose of coffee for the day. I get an SMS saying my account got debited $6 by Starbucks. So, how did Starbucks get into my bank and got the amount at the very moment? Let's find out. When I tapped my card on the POS machine, it showed authorizing on the screen. In the background, the card network, MasterCard, is reading all the information from the card. A card network is simply a communication medium that allows card-based transactions. MasterCard and Visa are the most common card networks. The card network, based on the bank identification number, redirects connection to the issuing bank. A bank identification number or BIN is the first 6 digits on your card which is offered by the card networks to the bank. When you put this number on a BIN checker, you can get a plethora of information. MasterCard then sends information like card number, amount of purchase, location, merchant type to the issuing bank so that the bank can verify these information. After checking, the bank sends approval message to MasterCard. Now, MasterCard holds the purchase amount in my account and it shows pending on the POS machine. The card network also sends this information to the acquiring bank, and the bank sends an approval message to the payment terminal, the POS machine. Then it changes the message to approved. In these 3 seconds, while all the background communication is happening, we have only covered the half of it. This process is called authorization. So, authorization happens at the time of swipe or tap. At the end of it, the money has still not left my account, but it is on hold. Now, let's find out how money actually moves. At the end of the day, when Starbucks finally closes service, it sends a clearing file to the card network. All the amounts, including income, settlements, and other adjustments, are mentioned in the file. This is called clearing or capture. Then settlement happens the next business day. The card network moves money from my bank account to Starbucks account. Settlement is the process when money actually moves and transaction is changed from pending to completed. Only after settlement, the bank balance is equal to the actual balance. Now, let's understand the economics of how the money gets distributed. During settlement, the card network, MasterCard, keeps a certain percent for itself as a network assessment fee. It also passes a certain percent to the issuing bank as an interchange fee. So, if I paid $6 for my coffee with $1 as a tip and say the network assessment and interchange fees are 1% each, Starbucks earned $4.88 from the coffee. $0.06 were received by MasterCard and another $0.06 was received by the issuing bank and $1 was the tip. To conclude, the basic behind the scenes of payment comprises of authorization, clearing, and settlement. Authorization simply checks and communicates the transaction amount is put on hold. Clearing happens when the merchant initiates it at the payment terminal by sending a clearing file with the details of all the transactions. And settlement happens the next business day when money is actually transferred from one account to another. Isn't it amazing to see how technology has enabled us to make payments within seconds while it handles everything on the background? If you found this video informative and are interested in similar content, do like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.